everyone to Jack Does Horror. I'm Jack, and today's video is talking all about the movie Haunt. This movie was pretty awesome, and what we're doing here on this channel is I'm going to be doing videos like this at least weekly, maybe daily, depending on the reception it gets. Lets me know yay or nay whether I'm going to do these more or less. With that being said, what it is I'm telling you about movies I've seen recently in comparison to my other review movies of things I know a little more intimately because of the amount of times I've seen it. If you guys like what you see, please give us a thumbs up. We can use the support. Also, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do, because, well, between that, the thumbs up, if you buy some merchandise in the link below, and everything else, including comments and a notification bell. This is all stuff that we love and appreciate here at Jack Does, because we know we can't do this without our audience, and therefore the fact that you're doing it shows that you care, and we care about you, and everything is great, grand, and wonderful, right? Right. So with that being said, on to the movie Haunt. This movie apparently came out in 2019, even though I never heard about it until a few weeks ago. And it was a real diamond in the rough, even though it started out kind of rough, meaning I saw a lot of cliche stuff. You know, this is about the only spoiler I'm going to give, and it's not really that big of a spoiler. We meet our lead character, our lead protagonist, Harper, who we get to kind of know that through a couple nasty texts and the fact that she's putting some makeup over some bruises, that she is in an abusive relationship, she called it quits, and that she's going to go out with her friends on Halloween. Instead, it gets a little more cliche after they do what I hate, which is, that's about as much as you get to know about the characters. For my liking, I'm a little more of an old school horror guy, where I like to know in that first act, that first 25-30 minutes, who they're going to be putting through the ringer. You know, they gave us 10 maybe, and I might be being generous, to get to know our protagonist. Now, from there, we get to see something that's a touch of modern, which is that they put the setting for all the horror in an extreme haunted house. Now, this isn't the first taste of extreme hauntings. It's been pretty popular subject, especially in the horror community, for about at least 5 years. At least 5 years. And the type of haunted house that you have to sign for with a waiver and all that kind of stuff. So that's pretty cool, because it takes you out of something that you're thinking, I've probably seen this a time too much. You feel like, okay, I know what's going to happen. So they go in and they give us what we would expect's going to happen. This group of teenagers or young adults who are going in, and all scary stuff starts to happen to them from mass killers. And that's not bad, because this type of movie would be blunt storytelling. This type of movie I turn on, so I don't turn this on for twists and turns and all that stuff. I turn this on because I'm like, yeah, I could use a couple jump scares. Yeah, I could use some pretty cool bad guys. Yeah, I could see some cool kills and just have fun with the movie. So from there, it gets a little less cliche. You know, they give us what we expect, and then it gets a little less cliche, and that's about as much as I can say so I don't ruin the movie for you guys. Really, what I'm saying is that it reminded me at first of the 1981 horror movie Funhouse. At first. And then it reminded me of a movie that was like from 1960, maybe early, like maybe 1959, but definitely 1960, called Compulsion, with Dean Stockwell from Sam from Quantum Leap, and
I know! I'm so happy!
that was about extremes. That was about the extremity of wanting and researching a perfect murder. They wanted to commit a flawless crime, so they killed a boy. That way they could see if they could get away with it, because they were going to have a flawless crime, right? So then it started reminding me more of that, because we got extreme haunted house. How extreme can our antagonists, our bad guys, get? From there, I'm like, okay, cool, and then it gets a little cooler with the extremes. And I'm not talking about just killing. This is where that, like, I didn't see it coming kind of happened. And I was like, whoa, okay. So this is our bad guys now. And outside of that, I can't really tell you anything else, even though for any of you horror buff and aficionados, I'm going to tell you that you probably know how this ends. Maybe. Okay, so this movie, because I don't have a real, like, I was thinking about doing something kind of cute with this and giving like a different kind of rating system, and I'm like, no, I'll just do stars. And I'm going to leave it up to you guys. If you don't like the star rating system, then you can leave comments below on what I should do instead. You know, and if I see some cool ideas and stuff, I promise you here at Jack Does, we will take those ideas and run with them. Till that point, I'm using stars, and this gets 3 out of 5. Why? Because it had cool kills, cool bad guys, cool setting. I like the whole extreme haunted house thing, and it gave me bluntly what I wanted in this like kind of horror slasher film. But the thing that knocks it is it starts too quick, where I don't get to know about the protagonist, and even if I did get to know, they're really super cliche. There's nothing really original about these, and therefore I really didn't find myself caring about the good guys the way I should have, or else it would be rated higher. With that being said, hopefully you guys rate me high enough to subscribe to Jack Does, and to maybe buy some merchandise where there's a description, or there's a link in the description below. And, you know, share, hit like, all that good stuff, because we here at Jack Does definitely appreciate the support, and like I said before, can't do it without you. With that being said, that's me talking about the movie Haunt. Like or dislike it. Also leave a comment below, tell me what you think, because I like interaction. So until next time, I'm Jack, and this is Jack Does Horror.